Given function f represents the perimeter in centimeters of the rectangle with length of x and a fixed width. What is the width in centimeter of the rectangle? By the way, what is the perimeter of a rectangle? Rectangle is the four-sided shape. So it's basically a geometry question, okay? So they are having only one variable, that's why it's considered under the linear function. See, length is gonna be x and width, if I'm saying it as a w. So perimeter of a rectangle is, add up all the sides. If this is x, this is also has to be x. This is width, this will be it. So I'll be writing it as 2 times of length plus width gives me the perimeter. So which is, if you distribute it, it becomes 2x plus 2w. As they are saying that this function is representing a perimeter of a rectangle. So in that case, p of x, or I can say p is same as f of x, is equals to 2x plus 2w, and what I can say, they are already saying that it has a fixed width, and the 2w value here is supposed to be 244, and that is just equated as 2w equals to 244 and divided by 2 on either side to get a value of the width. W, it's gonna be half of 244 is gonna be 122 centimeter. This will be the width of the rectangle, which is option B. The function W models the volume of a liquid in millimeters in a container t seconds after it being drained from a hole at the bottom. According to the model, what is the predicted volume in millimeter draining from the container each second? It's basically predicted value draining from the container each second. It's basically the rate of draining per second. And if you look at again, this is representing a linear function whose equation can be written as y equals to mx plus b. So which is same as w of t equal to 300 minus 40. So any number with the letter, which is in our case t, represents the rate or the amount which is decreasing per unit of time. In this case, t is representing in seconds, so 4 will be representing draining of that liquid per second. So we go with option D, which is it is draining 4 milliliter per second. So makes sense with option D. The function f gives the temperature in degree Fahrenheit that corresponds to the temperature of x kelvins. If a temperature is increased by 2.10 Kelvin, by how much did the temperature increases in degree Fahrenheit? This is a question for, equation for representing the temperature in degree Fahrenheit. When they are saying that the temperature increases by 2.10 Kelvins, when the value of x increases by 2.10, by what value the Fahrenheit temperature increases? I'll be using the same function here. This time you will be writing x as x plus 2.10 because it's getting increased by 9 by 5 times x plus 2.10 minus 273.15 plus 32. So how do we simplify it? You will be simplifying this by distributing 9 by 5 with this. So you have to distribute with each and every term. So I can rewrite this equation as 9 by 5x plus 9 by 5 times 2.10 minus 9 by 5 times 273.15 plus 32. How do you simplify it further? What I can see here, this is the part which is representing an increment because 9 by 5 times x minus 9 by 5 times 273 plus 32. If you rewrite that one, it's gonna be 9 by 5 times 210 plus, if you take 9 by 5 as a common factor from this part, 9 by 5 in the bracket it turns to be x minus 273.15 plus 32 is already there, which is the same as original function fx. What I can observe here, this is representing the original function as fx. Now what is the increment then? This part will be representing increment, which is 9 by 5 multiplied with 210, so which gives us a value of 3.78. so that is the answer to the question what they are asking here, and that's also saying that. So I just need to simplify it by multiplying. In short, no need of writing all this, I am writing it for your understanding. But when they say the value of x is increasing by some number, so that value in fx will be increasing that number multiplied by the constant which is written in front. So I can get directly this answer. Jx equals to mx plus 144. For the linear function j, m is a constant and j12 is equals to 18. What is the value of j10? So they are asking us to solve for it. See, as they clearly said, it's a function, a linear function. You can solve the value of m, that's basically the slope or a rate I can say, by using these values. When x is 12, jx value is gonna be 18. You can substitute here. It's gonna be 18 equals to m times 12 plus 144. You can use the Desmos to get that answer. So that is 18 equals to what is the value? I can say here 12 times x plus 144. So 12x plus 144. As I told, I'm typing m as x here. Graph always goes on this way. So value of m is gonna be minus 10.5. So we are getting the value of m here it as minus 10.5. So now that function becomes jx equal to minus 10.5x plus 144. Question asking me what is the value of j10. Simply replace x with 10. That is j10 equal to minus 10.5 times 10 plus 144. So you can type this part in the Desmos again. You can type it as minus 10.5 times 10 plus 144, which is equal to 39. So this gives me a result here it as 39, and that's what we got. The table above gives the typical amount of energy per gram expressed in both food calories and kilojoules of the three macronutrients in food. If x food calories is equivalent to k kilojoules of the following, which best represents the relation between x and k? So they are saying that value of x is equivalent to value of k calories. In short, when you put the value of x as 4, for example, you should get a value of k as 16.7. When you put a value of x as 9, you should get a k value as 37.7. So which option giving me this? That's what the question is. So for sure a cannot be the answer. When you put a value of x as 4, 0.24 multiplied by 4 won't be 16.7. So go out of it. So when you put a value of x as 4, check it out, option B. So when you put a value of x as 4, what happens? At x equals to 4, so k becomes 4.2 times 4. What are you gonna get? 4.2 times 4, that gives me 16.8, which gives us 16.8. Maybe, let me see, x equals to 4.2 times k, which is wrong, which has been representing in the opposite way. K times x equals to 4.2, which can also be written as k equal to 4.2 by x. So this is the division, that is also not true. So 16.7 is very close to 16.8, makes sense with option B, because question asking us equivalent to, they are not asking the exact value. Whenever they say approximate, equivalent to, we can choose either closest or exact. So makes sense with option B is the right answer to this. For the linear function g, the graph y is equals to gx in the xy plane has slope of 2 and passes through the point 1, 14. Which equation defines g? So if you write y equals to, which is j of x, what is the equation of a slope of a line, which is mx plus b? So in this case, value of m here is going to be 2, which they clearly said. So then this function becomes gx equal to 2x plus b. I should know what is the y-intercept, basically the b value. So that is the reason they also given us the point through which this line is passing. In that case, this is the value of x, this is the value of y, or I can also say gx. Substitute here and solve for y-intercept. So it gonna be 14 is equals to 2 times 1 plus b. So 14 is equals to 2 plus b. Take this b to the other side, turns to be negative 2. So b equal to 14 minus 2, which is gonna be 12. So finally the function will be g of x equals to, so 2x plus 12 makes sense with option C. So as I say, slope is 2, y-intercept is 12. So that is matching with option C. The function f is defined by fx equals to x plus 15 by 5 and f of a is equals to 10, where a is a constant. What is the value of a? They are asking us, when you substitute, replace x with a, that turns to be 10. If you replace here, f of a becomes a plus 15 by 5. And what is the value of f of a, which is equal to 10? So 10 is equal to a plus 15 by 5. So what is the value of a? You can simply use the Desmos, or you can do the cross multiplication and you can solve. So let me type it out the way how it has given, or I am getting it as 10 equals to division. At the place of a, we have to type it as x plus 15 divided by 5. So what I am gonna get, that gives me the value of x in terms of graph. So what I am getting here, 35 comma 0, meaning the first value is the value of x. Okay, so here I am getting a value of a is equal to 35. So matches with option C.